Wasabi cleared up my sinuses a little bit. Alright. Alright, back to it. Hey, Steward. How you doing? Divine intervention. Oh. Oh, no. I think it's time. Ah, Master Grote, my lord, the Count has much desires to speak with you regarding your time with Lord Artorio and Lord Emeralain. If you would remain here for a moment.
The hero returns. I cannot thank you enough for saving young Emanalain's life. Aye, he told me everything.
Emanalain, okay.
I've also received letters from both House Zamail and Durandare praising your conduct, and that of House Fortom. You've won us much honor, my friend.
My lord.
What is it? Speak.
Pray forgive the intrusion, my lord, but I bring grave tidings. Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru have been detained on suspicion of fomenting heresy.
What?
Explain.
They were observed entering a tavern in the lower levels on some half-dozen occasions. There, it is claimed, they made a number of inquiries. Inquiries which brought them into contact with certain elements. 'Twas this which prompted a Knight of the Heavens Ward to demand that they be questioned. Sir Grinno, my lord.
Sir Grinno is a brute. An exceedingly accomplished brute, but a brute nonetheless. Alas, he is also a son of House Zamail. How quickly we forget the petty nature of men. I'd wager your friends are no more than pawns in another of my countrymen's games. Such is the way of things between the high houses.
Great. Though you have won the hearts and minds of many of my countrymen, there are those who will never be swayed. Men who will dismiss your efforts and resent your successes, even as we celebrate them. 'Tis like that one such member of House Zamail is manipulating Sir Grinno, for he is not a man to dabble in politics of his own volition. You may genuinely believe your friends to be guilty, though I'm quite certain his masters know better. Yet the truth will avail us not if we cannot prove their innocence. You would do well to speak with Sir Emmerich at the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly. He will know more of these charges. Oh, God. Trying to kill our friends. Oh, you bet your ass I'm going to be talking to him. Alright, so, yeah. Head over to the Forgotten Knights. Run in and demand that they be released. A nice stern talking to, and maybe a knife in the foot. Right, I gotta get the right gear on to do that. Why are my friends being locked up? Why are they gonna die? It has been too long, Throat. Would that this visit came under happier circumstances. You are come to plead for Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru, I take it. Damn right. Word of their detainment reached us while I was delivering my report on the Vanu Primal. Truly, I know not which is more ludicrous, the charges or that flying feathered whale. The charges. We actually have seen it with our own eyes. Try to keep up. That Sir Grinno's accusations are baseless, I have no doubt. Refuting them would be difficult, however, as he is a Knight of the Heavens Ward. I speak of the personal guard of the Archbishop, the 12 finest knights in all of ISHGARD, sworn to serve His Eminence alone. Suffice to say, their testimony is unimpeachable. I have not the authority to challenge their actions. After all the signs have done, routing the heretics and defeating Shiva, helping us defend the steps of faith and drive back the Dravanian horde, after proving themselves true allies on countless occasions. Is there naught we can do? I fear there's one path left to us. We must demand a trial by combat. But of course! In a trial by combat, sanctioned by the Inquisition, the victor's claim is judged true regardless of the petitioner's standing. Under ISHGARDian law, trial by combat pits the accuser against the accused. In his instance, Master Alphino and Mr. Stataru would be expected to face Sir Greenough and his second of his choosing, another Knight of the Heavens Ward, most like. 2 of them? By the Fury, that can hardly be considered fair. Master Alphino's magical talents will not have gone unnoticed, meaning that he will have no choice but to participate. Mr. Stataru, on the other hand, is quite obviously bereft of martial skill and should be afforded the right to name a champion to fight in her stead. Lest you doubt, I'm ready and willing to serve in this capacity, as I'm sure is Lord Harshfont. But all here present know you are the most accomplished warrior among us, and mayhap in the realm at large. Which means I'm gonna be doing the shanking for her. Then it is settled. I will visit Master Alphino at once and inform him of our intentions. Throat, meet me at the tribunal when you have made ready. Until then, my friend. Alright, gonna kick the asses of 2 holier-than-thou douchebags that are knights to the Pope. Gotta rush to the pillars. Listen carefully, Throat. When the trial begins, the petitioner will be asked to restate his charges, and the accused invited to respond. Then, in accordance with the law, they will be asked to restate their request for a trial by combat. Once the High Adjudicator acknowledges Mr. Stataru's right to name a champion, that is when you must make your entrance. Oh, I cannot wait to see the look on Sir Greenogh's face when he sees his true opponent. 'Twill be priceless! More seriously, should you begin to lose heart, look to me in the sands, and I shall cheer so loud you will wonder how you could have ever contrived to doubt yourself. Are you ready? Thank you, my biggest fan.
We are gathered here today under the watchful gaze of the Fury to ascertain the guilt of 2 souls in a trial by combat. Petitioners, step forward.
Gonna try to get a good thumbnail.
Sir Greenough, for the benefit of all here present, I would ask you to repeat the charges which you have leveled against this man and this woman.
I accidentally hit the button again, but at least they're all saved.
Greenough de Zemile, brother of the Heavens Ward, did bear witness to these 2 foreigners consorting with heretics.
God, his voice is annoying.
Let the accused step forward. Alphino Leveilleur, Tataru, you have heard the charges leveled against you. Will you take up arms to refute Sir Greenogh's claim, and thereby prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men?
I, Alphino Leveilleur, am innocent of this charge, and claim my right to trial by combat.
I, Tataru, am innocent of this charge, but I am no warrior and cannot fight. So, I claim the right to name a champion.
To the old and the infirm, the young and the weak, this right we allow. Very well. Who will stand for this woman?
They made her sad. I'm gonna make sure they feel it.
Just as I was beginning to doubt the efficacy of the ISHGARDian justice system.
They made you sad. I'll make them suffer.
O Halone, render unto us your judgment. Raise up the righteous, and cast down the wicked.
Oh, I'll cast him down, alright. Oh, you have an axe. A fancy one at that. I've got some fancy knives. Let's see how they do against it. Oh, you're immune? Great.
I have my pride.
I've got you now. Down with you!
Oh no, what am I to do? Ow. There we go. One down, one to go.
Hells take you! This isn't funny.
There we go. We won! The Fury has spoken. Alphino Levier, Tataru Taru, you are hereby acquitted of all charges. Blessed are we who receive her wisdom and see justice wrought by her divine hand. Petitioners, accused, go forth in peace. Delivered from an untimely demise yet again. My thanks, as always. Oh, I didn't do it for you. I did it for the other potato. They made her sad. I made them suffer. Alright, change to red. Get the experience. By the Fury, what a splendid victory! To see how you strove in the face of adversity, two brave young souls bound together by the puissant bonds of camaraderie. Why, it stirred me to the very depths of my soul. Having been treated such a rousing spectacle, it seems only right that I present you with a humble token of mine admiration. Pray receive of me this chocobo whistle. Oh, okay. With it, you may summon a black chocobo, fully trained and ready to fly. Magnificent, is she not? Strong yet sleek, elegant yet eager. What say you, Throat? Will you take her for your steed? I don't know what to say. Lord Hoshafant, chocobos are prohibited in the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of the Hellenic Inquisitory Doctrine. Your steed must remain outside. I'll take him. Thank you. Also, I got an ether compass. This is how we're going to be able to fly in various regions. You obtained a black chocobo. When riding this mount, you will have the ability to fly, provided certain conditions have been met. To fly in a given region, you must first find and attune to all the local ether currents. In order to attune to some ether currents, you will need to complete certain quests. However, most can be discovered via exploration. To aid you in this endeavor, you have also obtained an ether compass, which will provide you with both the bearing and the distance to the nearest ether current upon use. Should you lose this compass, you may speak to Gibberant at the Forgotten Night to obtain another. To review your progress, select Travel from the main menu, followed by Ether Currents. Oh. I never knew that you could just do that. Disclosure. Lord Hoshafant thinks you could do with a well-deserved rest. Black chocobos are all well and good, but the true reward for your efforts is the exoneration of your comrades. They shall be released upon the completion of certain minor formalities, which I mean to see to personally. In the meantime, pray return to Fortant Matter. The Count has done so already and will doubtless be eager to discuss the day's events. Ugh, I could use a rest too. And the last vigil. And let me in, please. Alright, so I've got a black chocobo whistle. I'm just going to use it. And our ether compass is actually in our key items. I'm going to go ahead and just put it right here so I can just do that. And it'll show us show you how many yalms away you are from the closest ether current. Hello smiles on us yet again. Master Garrote, guiding you to victory and setting your comrades free. I confess I did fear for your safety, which is not to say I doubted your prowess, you understand. I merely knew the strength of your opponents. You do have a habit of exceeding my expectations. Besting two of the Heavens Ward while the city's elite looked on? By the Fury, anyone who hasn't been paying attention to you will surely do so from now on. And it'll show them not to mess with me or my friends. Or they're going to be seeing my wrath twofold. My lord! We have received a message from the vault. His Eminence the Archbishop requests the presence of Master Garrote. An invitation for the Archbishop? What an honor. A personal summons is indeed a great honor, and given recent events, you would be wise not to delay. Go, Master Garrote, we shall speak anon. A priest will be waiting for you outside the vault. Identify yourself to him, and he will escort you inside. Alright, well, I've got some choice words for him. Show me in, please.
Your Eminence, it is my honor to present to you the Warrior of Light.
I have heard the tales of your many grand endeavors. The Lord Commander has also been most effusive in his praise. I am Thorin VII, Archbishop of the ISHGARDian Orthodox Church, and I bade you come here that I might offer my personal apologies. You will forgive me for not calling upon you as courtesy would dictate, but as you can see, my more sprightly days are long behind me. But I digress. Your companions were wrongly accused of heresy and subjected to gross indignities. This, I am sorry to say, was the result of negligence on the part of our nation's protectors. Negligence born of an excess of zeal. Is that not so, Sir Zephyrin?
Is that what we're calling it now?
Yes, Your Eminence. Regrettably, it would appear that we of the Heavens Ward were in receipt of erroneous information.
You were now. Could have told you that.
Sir Grinno has ever been headstrong. He pressed charges before the truth had been ascertained, for which I most sincerely apologize.
An unfortunate misunderstanding born of an earnest desire to serve ISHGARD, but one which should never have occurred.
Damn right.
For who could doubt the character of those who bested Shiva and drove the Horde from the steps of faith? Not I. That much is certain. That will be all, Sir Zephyrin. I would speak with our guest in private.
Your Eminence? As you wish, Your Eminence. That will be all for today.
Privacy is a luxury rarely afforded one in my position. Now, tell me, young man, what do you know of the Asians?
Oh.
Much and more, I shouldn't wonder. Being the bringer of light. You should know that I myself have met with them. Have entertained them as guests, even. Those harbingers of chaos and strife offered us power that we might continue our war against the dragons. I have no intention of aiding their cause, of course, nor less of being their puppet. Yet, were I to refuse them outright, I should learn naught of their true objectives and remain powerless to stop them. Thus have I hearkened to their words with interest and paid lip service to their beliefs, biding my time and preparing for the inevitable conflict. And why do I tell you this? Because there is naught in this world they fear more than the power of the Warrior of Light. If we are to rid ourselves of these vile interlopers, we must needs work together. With our combined strength, I have faith that we can wrest Eorzea from their grasp and pave the way for a lasting peace. Think on it.
Sure. Why not? Why was my hat off during that? I guess it's rude to have your hat on in the Archbishop's presence. Archbishop, jeez. I cannot pronounce crap. Yeah, show me inside. Got some matters to discuss with you two.
There you are. I confess, I was more than a little concerned when I learned that you had been summoned to the vault. What did they want with you? Well. A formal apology and an admonishment of those responsible. I see my fears were wholly misplaced. By the gods! The Archbishop freely admits to consorting with Ascians. So, their ambitions extend to ISHGARD as well. We will have new primals to contend with ere long, of that you may be certain. 'Tis but a matter of time. Yet shorn of the support of our missing allies, what can we realistically hope to achieve?
In the midst of all the excitement, I completely forgot to tell you.
Oh?
When I was asking around about the Scions, I heard the most awful rumor.
Oh.
General Raoburn is to be executed for crimes against the Sultanate.
Oh, good.
If the Flame General dies, we will lose a staunch ally, and the one man capable of holding the Sultana's assassins to account. Lord Orchefon was wise to counsel restraint, but this business will brook no delay. We cannot permit this execution to take place. We must save Raoburn.
Yes. Alright. It's like we're heading back into the belly of the beast. Lucky number 7! Complete the quest? Disclosure. Alright, well, now we're in the level 51 quests. Alphino wishes to share his plan of action for rescuing Raoburn. Though the situation calls for urgency, it would avail us little to charge headlong into Uldal without a plan. Before we can formulate a plan, however, we must first learn how things stand in the Sultanate, which is why I propose that we visit LIMSA LOMINSA. You heard me right. While you were about your altruistic endeavors, I acted as an intermediary in trade negotiations between House Fortemps and LOMINSA Consortium. During said negotiations, an opportunity to send word to the Admiral presented itself, and I duly seized it. I'm happy to report that we have yet a stout ally in LIMSA. The Admiral has pledged her full cooperation in any effort to rescue Raoburn. Accordingly, I have agreed to meet with her that we might discuss how best to proceed. Naturally, I told her to expect us both. Your presence never fails to embolden our allies, after all. When you arrive in LIMSA LOMINSA, make yourself known to Sergeant Xanthale at Bulwark Hall on the lower decks. He will admit you to the bridge. Alright. You can go on ahead and walk. I'm gonna teleport there. Gods, I hope we're not too late to save General Raoburn. I should have told you sooner. About the execution, I mean. But with the trial and everything... You did your best. And if anyone decides to harm you again, they're gonna fucking pay for it. Oh, did I swear? Oops. No, I'm not sorry. I don't have the family-friendly tag on the stream. We're about to rescue Raoburn and exonerate ourselves in the process. Alright, so, where do I go? Ah. Actually, I'm going to change some settings around. System configuration, graphics. Go on ahead and do this. System configuration. I'll do that. High on that one. That's fine. Grass quality high. Parallax occlusion. High is fine. Glare is standard. The Admiral has been expecting you. Say the word and I will take you to her.
Friends, 'tis good to see you safe and well. I will admit I had not counted on you seeking, let alone finding refuge within the Holy See, but full glad was I to learn that you had.
Thankfully, we had allies there who took us under their wing. And theirs was not the only aid we receive, I suspect. When we fled Uldar, we fully expected to become wanted men, known to all and hounded at every turn. Yet that did not come to pass. On the contrary, 'twould seem the charges against us have not been made public. Might we have you to thank for that, Admiral?
Sharp as ever, Master Alphino. On Marshal Terrapin's urging, the Elder Seedseer and I demanded that the Syndicate suppress news of the Scion's alleged crimes until such time as irrefutable evidence could be found. Our argument was simple. Lacking proof, to accuse the Saviors of the Realm of so unlikely a crime would have the people up in arms. In their wisdom, the Syndicate agreed, as you yourself have seen.
Oh, good.
There is something you should know. Some few days prior to the banquet, the Elder Seedseer and I were summoned for a private audience with the Sultana. There, she revealed her intent to announce her abdication, that she might pave the way for the establishment of an Uldan Republic.
What? But such an announcement would have plunged the entire nation into chaos.
She was well aware of that. 'Twas for fear of what might ensue that she summoned us. Her Grace wanted the Elder Seedseer and I to lend Rauban a helping hand, you see? To aid him in preserving the peace during the transition.
So, having somehow caught wind of her plan, Lolorito and Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination in the hope of maintaining the constitutional status quo. But they must have known that her death would sow as much chaos as her abdication. Chaos from which Teleji alone might feasibly stand to profit. Surely Lolorito would never knowingly... Ah, could it be? I dare not hope.
The Uldan authorities have yet to announce the Sultana's passing. To allay any suspicion that may arise from Her Grace's absence, they have issued a statement to the effect that she is presently convalescing from illness.
Mayhap they're waiting for a fitting moment to break the news. Or mayhap they know of some other reason to delay.
Something else has been bothering me, Admiral. I was dismayed to learn that General Rauban is to be executed. Yet upon hearing the news, I could not help but wonder why he had been kept alive for so long. Pray mistake not my meaning. I am, of course, overjoyed that our friend still draws breath, and that he might yet be saved. But if his enemies truly wished to eliminate him, they could have done so immediately. I see no reason for this delay.
Aye, you've struck upon an important point, Master Alphino. Following his capture, Rauban had been held in the Marasaja pit within Uldar. In recent days, however, he has reportedly been moved to an unknown location. Queerly, 'twas not the brass blades who spirited him away either, but a band of soldiers decked in blue.
The Crystal Braves.
The Crystal Braves.
Aye. If I read the Windsor right, the arrangement between Lord Lolorito and the Braves has come under strain. At any rate, if we're to rescue Raobarn, we'll have to find him first. And you'll be glad to hear that I have already entrusted the task to those best able to see it done. Our friends of Doma.
The ninjas. Raobarn's survival is vital to the Eorzean Alliance. We can ill afford to lose him. But I cannot send troops into Ul'dah. 'Twould spell the end of the Alliance and war, like as not. If there's to be a rescue, it falls to you and yours to attempt it. I would not have it any other way, Admiral. It was I who founded the Crystal Braves, and I who must take responsibility for their actions. Spoken like a true leader, Master Alphino. By way of a first step, you should seek out our Doman contact. You will find her among the frontier hands at Revenant's Toll, working in a kitchen. Alright. Let's go on ahead and, stage a jailbreak. Going back to Revenant's Toll. And if any of the damn Crystal Braves want to say anything about it, they can answer my knife. It speaks in my stead whenever I get tired of obnoxious people. Oh, speaking of which, anything to say to me? Good. Because I could make it look like an accident, you know. Oops, I tripped while I was holding my knife. Alright, you're upstairs. Master Throat, I knew in my heart that you were safe, but to see you again in the flesh, words cannot express my belief. Even as the victory feast was taking place, the Crystal Braves turned upon us and took the Rising Stones by force. Amid the chaos, some few of my compatriots and I were able to slip away unnoticed. Since then, we've remained in Revenant's Toll, keeping watch over the mutineers while awaiting your return. You have done well by us, and we Domans do not soon forget our debts. We swear that we will do well within our power to all within our power to aid you. Alright. Shortly before you arrived, I received word from LIMSA that you were searching for General Raobarn. As the Admiral will have informed you, he was recently moved from his cell in the Marasaja pit. At some juncture, Yuyahase and the 3rd Unit were observed leaving the Rising Stones. This can be no simple coincidence. Their purpose, we believe, is to escort the Flame General to the scene of his execution. Suffice to say, we have people shadowing the 3rd. If you would join the hunt, pray seek out Dawari at High Bridge, where I too am bound. Cool. Alright, let's go, Shanks. To Drybone! Oh, I can't fly in Kurthus yet, but I can fly here. And I'm fully taking advantage of it. Okay, I got all that done. Cool. Couldn't remember if I got all the hunt stuff taken care of for my ninja. Oh, hi. You look nice in that outfit. I have been expecting you. Time is of the essence, so I shall be direct. You, Hase and his men, are bound for Hadalati. We believe that this is where they intend to carry out the execution. Posen is presently keeping watch over the entrance. Let us make haste and join him. Gotta break our friend out of jail. Then maybe we can lend him a hand. Get it? I'm glad it's Hadalati and not Hadalesi. You come at a good time, my friends, but moments ago the traitor Ilberd arrived and entered Hadalati. From this, we may be certain that General Raubaun is being held within. Hey, look at that! Various caps, or rings. What rings do I have here? Oh. Oh, okay. Let's do a comparison between the Aural ring and aiming, I guess? No time to lose. General Alden may be executed at any moment. You must enter Hadalati and free him from his captors. Please see to your preparations to tell me when you're ready to proceed. One of our own will accompany you inside. Swap to ninja, and go. I knew it'd be Yugiri.
Pray, forgive me my lateness.
Lady Yugiri!
Master Alphino, I am pleased to see that the light of resolve shines in your eyes once more.
Ah, yes. How pathetic I must have seemed to you when we last met. I am ashamed to recall it. For a time, I was well and truly lost. But with the aid of my comrades, I have since refound my purpose, and I shall take care not to misplace it again.
Since your escape from Ulda, my fellow shinobi and I have shadowed the Crystal Braves every step, in hopes of learning the Scion's whereabouts. Regrettably, our investigation has yet to yield any useful information. Pray, forgive us.
You need not apologize, my lady. We are grateful for all that you have done on our behalf. Besides, Raubaun is no less a friend, and we cannot well abandon him to his fate.
Seriously, you've done more than enough.
Hozan, the three of us shall attend to the Flame General's rescue. Pray, draw away the guards by the entrance. Take Dowade and Higiri with you. With me!
Let's go. I want Yugiri to be a trust ally at some point. That'd be amazing. Alright, not a soul from the Coliseum to be seen. Let's go. Ah, poop. I guess I can't use stealth on these guys. There we go, I got to use that. Takes care of them. Let's keep going.
Leave this to me.
Nice. There's Ralbon. General, but where's his captors? I mislike the look of this. You came. He is bound by some manner of magic tech device, yet I dare not force it open. It may well be booby-trapped. I have heard of such devices. The Crystal Braves will possess the key. Let us split up and look for it. That will not be necessary. Pray do not take it personally, my friends. You are the victims of harsh economic conditions. You have very pokeable eyes, you know that? Let me take a look at them. Oh, good. There we go. Okay. Oh, looks like we gotta go after them and... ugh. Where do we go? Not down there. Gotta hurry, because his vitality ain't gonna be high for very much longer. Can't go that way. There's the device. That takes care of the mist. Alright, let's get that key. Stand that dot on a little while. It's good for your health. There we go. Let's get the key and get back to Raubon. Can I get down this way? Yes, I can. Alright, seems like he's doing better. Alright. My thanks. Slowly, General. You are yet weak from your ordeal. Nevertheless, we must quit this place. I should have known. What clever contrivances to the Warrior of Light. Well done, hero. Ilberd. You mean to struggle on, then? Very well. If you would stand in my way, I will cut you down like all the rest. Come, scions. Let's get this over with. Save him for me. Let me take out the other two. Oh, you're trying to heal. Let's, go on ahead and fix that.
It is nothing.
And you can go to hell. Alright, killed the second one. Gonna get you now.
I'll tear you limb from limb.
Let's do that.
Alamigo!
Oh, you are immune to stuns. Good. Gotcha. No longer level synced.
This changes nothing.
It is over, Ilberd. Lay down your arms and surrender yourself to justice.
Justice? Justice for what exactly? 'Twas not I who assassinated the Sultana, boy.
Ere we debate who is responsible for the assassination, I would ask whether an assassination took place at all.
Oh, clever little shite. If you think you fight for justice, lad, you'd best wake up. The truth is, you fight for whoever bloody well tells you to. Can you not see you're being used? By the Scions, the City-States, even the Crystal Braves. They none of them care a whit what you want. Only what you can do for them.
Oh, stop being selfish, douche.
And how do I know this? Because I'm the same. A pawn to be used as my masters see fit. All I ever wanted was to liberate my homeland. And I ate dirt to make it happen. But what have I achieved after all these years in servitude? Nothing. Not a bloody thing. If we ourselves are not free, free to think and to act, how are we ever to reclaim our homeland? Know this. There is nothing I would not give to take back Alamigo. Nothing!
You'll not get away!
No, Master Alphino. Now is not the time.
We came to get Raubon. Let's get him out of here. We'll deal with him later.
I'm but a cripple and a fool. And still you came for me. I'm in your debt.
We are all of us fools of fate, General. But even fools have a part to play.
On your feet, Gladiator. Fight's not over.
Rest assured, I was not planning to die till I'd avenged the Sultana. Still, your words are welcome, lad. Know this, Ilberd. There is nothing I would not give to see you pay for what you've done. My wealth, my arm, my life. Nothing.
General, are you aware that Lord Lolorito has yet to announce the Sultana's death to the public?
What? No. No, I was not aware of that, nor of anything else outside my cell. 'Tis passing strange, though. I assumed the bastard would make it known at the first opportunity, and set about tearing down the Sultanate.
As did we all. And it is indeed strange that he did not. Strange, or perhaps revealing. Now, I have no conclusive proof, nor do I wish to give you false hope, but I have reason to believe that Her Grace may yet live.
What? But how can that be?
Forgive me, friends, but it is not safe here. Let us continue this conversation without.
Yeah, let's get out of here, then talk about the Sultana's life or death and the status of it. All right. The general's safe. What news without? My lady, the guards have been subdued, as per your command. We have since kept watch over the entrance. There has been no further activity. Then Ilbert and his minions have fled via some other egress. Scour the perimeter for signs of their passing. At once, my lady. General Alden, I presume, and the signs of the 7th Dawn. Who are you? Identify yourself. Pray do not be alarmed. My mistress is a friend, and I come bearing a message of goodwill. For your own safety, she bade me direct your steps to the Waking Sands. Know that Master Urianger awaits you there, along with others sympathetic to your cause. This is no ruse, I assure you, General Alden. If you come with me, I have prepared a carriage, that you may travel in comfort, safe from prying eyes. Oh, looks like I get to use one of those Aetheryte tickets after all. I have spoken with Urianger via Link Pearl. He confirms the man's story. Raubon is in safe hands. Let us make our own way to Vesper Bay. Alright, well. Second to last one. I gotta fix some gear. All right.
My dearest friends, praise be unto the 12 for delivering
You don't
from the
sound
clutches
like
of treachery.
Balthier.
Father!
Pippin, my son, and Master Papashan besides.
Forgive me, Father. I should have been at Her Grace's side.
Save your tears. The Sultana yet lives.
You.
It was I who arranged this gathering. And judging by your perplexed expressions, it would seem introductions are in order. I am Dulala, head of the Order of Noldthor, and member of the Syndicate.
What you said about the Sultana, is it true? Is she alive?
Young man, I understand you were with the Sultana when she drank from the poisoned goblet and collapsed. Would I be correct in assuming that you did not personally verify Her Grace's vital signs?
Yeah, I was taken away before I could confirm them.
Why ask when 'tis plain you know the answer?
Calm yourself, General, and let me finish. The truth is not as you imagine it. You are all victims of a most ingenious ruse. A ruse conceived to eliminate the threat posed by Teleji Adeleji. 'Tis my belief that Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination alone, but that Lolorito caught wind of his plot and exploited it to his own ends. He sought to manipulate you into eliminating Teleji for him, and you duly obliged. At one fell swoop, he removed his two foremost rivals, all the while remaining above suspicion.
God strike me down for a fool. But the Sultana, how can it be that she lives?
Maybe Lolorito had the poison swapped for a less potent one?
She lives because Lolorito willed it. Her own lady-in-waiting is but one of his many little birds. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught before it could reach her mistress's lips.
Called it!
Some manner of sedative, perchance, of a potency sufficient to induce a slumber like unto death.
Were I to guess, I would say her grace is being held somewhere, dreaming dreams of a brighter Uldar, even as we speak.
Oh, Nanamo. I will never forgive Lolorito for his part in this.
Though Lolorito's hands are far from clean, they did pluck her grace from the jaws of death. That must count for something. And though one may call the man's methods into question, it cannot be denied that he knows the value of stability, to the very gill, like as not. He craves power, 'tis true, but he has no desire to depose the Sultana. I had never taken sides in your feud with the monetarists, but it was not for want of concern for our nation's welfare. Indeed, 'twas out of the desire to see order restored that I furnished your Far Eastern friends with information and arranged this gathering. I hope you are ready to work, General, for there is much work to be done. Our first priority must be to bring matters back into balance. Lest you forget Her Grace's words, the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. As for the more worldly kind of wealth, I am content to let Lolorito help himself to whatever Teleji Adeleji left behind. You, meanwhile, must do that which you alone can do. Rescue Her Grace and take your place at her side once more, for her sake and that of our nation.
Well, let's get you cleaned up and ready to see her once again. I had not counted on Prioress Dulala herself appearing. In my defense, my suspicions regarding the Sultana proved more precedent. Much remains to be done, but in rescuing Raubon, we have taken a vital first step toward resolving matters in Uldar. We couldn't have done it without you, Throat. Thank you. I'm gonna be doing the one of aiming. Alright, so let's go over here. Place the 110 I've got. Update. And let's get this ring out of there. There we go. Everything is as it should be. Alphino is distracted by a call on his link pearl. Tataru? Yes, General Raubon is now in safe hands. What? Another assault? Very well, we shall return at once. Pray notify the Count of our coming. It would seem we face another crisis. The Dravanians are preparing to resume their siege on the Holy See. Though I am loath to abandon the Sultana to her fate, we lack the necessary evidence to act upon Dulala's claims. That being the case, I propose we leave Marshal Terrapin and the others to investigate and return with all haste to ISHGARD. Well, Raubon's in safe hands, and we know the Sultana is still alive. Let's head back to ISHGARD. Last vigil. Ah, there you are. Sorry for cutting your reunion with General Raubon short. I wouldn't have bothered you, but the city is awash with rumors of another Dravanian attack, and Lord Halchifont was desperate to get a hold of you. Speaking of whom, he and the others are waiting for you inside, so you better head in. Alright, once I'm done with this quest, I'll end things off. Welcome, Master Geralt. Shall I show you inside? Yes, get me out of the cold, please. My friend, I thank you for answering our call with such alacrity. As I'm sure you are now aware, the Dravanians are once more gathering for war. Master Geralt, Master Levior, I must apologize for this abrupt summons, but we thought it best to have Mr. Tataru to contact you by the most direct means available. When the observatorium's bells toll, 'tis warning that cannot be ignored. The Holy See has ordered that we must make ready for battle. In case you haven't heard, a band of trampers returning from the west claim they saw a cloud of dragons big enough to dim the midday sky. Nidhogg's minions gather once more for war. But I would not have you take up arms in another of our conflicts. When first you came to ISHGARD, I offered you my protection. If I cannot ensure your safety here, I cannot well accept your aid, much less ask for it. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are faced with a choice. To remain in a besieged ISHGARD or seek sanctuary elsewhere. I would not presume to influence your decision, but I must ask that you make it swiftly, lest your enemies force your hand. Though we flee to the ends of the world, 'twould seem that no place in this troubled age is free of strife. Once more the horde descends upon ISHGARD, and once more her weary defenders must take up spear and bow. The Count would have us seek shelter from the storm, but I, for one, grow tired of running. If we are to shine the light of dawn, we must do so in the sight of our fellow man, not hunkered in a hole. What say you? I would stay and fight. Then we fight we shall. Let it never be said that we abandon our allies in their hour of need. Alright, so when I next stream Final Fantasy XIV with our stabby potato, we're going to be seeing what Alphino wants to do. In the meantime, YouTube, thank you for watching, and take it easy. I'll see you later.